So yeah, they're putting the seat in. This is what I've got. I've had a busy week, terrible busy week, so I couldn't really get much done on cars. But that's a seat frame, a proper seat frame. Now the floor's all fixed. That come off the old seat. Well, the old seat was an old bucket seat that was like 25-year-old, and that was crudely welded to this. So I've cut it off now. You can see where I've cut it. Focus. You can see where I've lobbed off some unnecessary stuff. You can see where it's broke. So I'm going to clean this up. That's the next job. Clean all this up. I think I'm going to shot blast it because getting that laser out is going to be too much of an arse ache. So I'll run over it with wire brush in a minute, then shot blast it, then tack it up where it needs repairing, and then it's going to be converted so it runs those seat rails on the side. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just working out how I'm going to do that. Got all kinds of pieces here, so we'll make it happen. But I think a plan is formulating, so with the magic of editing I'll come back and this should be looking different. Well, here's that seat frame after 5 minutes with a wire brush on the end of my drill. Nothing amazing, just got the surface crust off it. This is a chassis I restored. Try and guess what it is. Anyway, that's the seat frame. That's going in the shot blaster now. This is glass. That's what it is. We're using glass. It's not actually sand. And then there's the compressor I was going to show you. That's the compressor that supplies this shot blaster. Now I've got a lot of compressors 3-phase on site that I spent a lot of money on, like £3 a compressor and stuff, but nothing can keep up with the CFM of this. We used to have a big pot unit for shot blasting outside, doing bridge. You could do bridges with it and stuff like that, like proper. And we had a towable compressor, like you see them using with jackhammers at the side of the road, and that had more or less unlimited CFM airflow per minute. Well, believe it or not, this little Hydrovane compressor, it's got no receiver, look, it's got no air tank, nothing. It just makes it on demand. As soon as you switch it on, you've got unlimited pressure for shot blasting. It just never runs out. It's got a plate on it. I bought this about 10 years ago, and it's got a plate on it. It's 1957. That's how old this compressor is, and it still works like an absolute trooper. She's loud, but she works. Okay, now which one did I wire it to now? It's been a while. There we go. And she's running. That's it, that's just how she sounds. And then it'll just be on tap. No tank, no waiting, no bullshit. Old is gold, all this new stuff, mainly crap. Right, moving on. That's how that looks now, post sand blasting, post shot blasting. I'm happy with it. And this looked fucked yesterday. See all numbers in it now. That's just a pretty quick pass, I haven't gone mad. But it's just so I can weld, I'll repair it, and then modify it. And then it's all going to be painted black. I've only bothered doing the areas I need to work on and clean up. The bottom there, I've just done the rusty bits, the rusty faces. But this is fine. This is just the factory black. There's no point shot blasting that off. You may as well just put paint over that again, and then you've got more protection. So there you go. I'll pull that out of there now. What you've got to do with that now, because it has sliding rails on it. I'm a short arse, so the problem is if I put the seats in the cars where I can fit, I'm telling you, literally nobody can fit in them. So if I'm ever ill or someone has to move the car or anything like that, no one can move the car. So I'm trying to put it in where the seat will still adjust, because it's just a track car, it's not a race car. Yeah, we'll manage it. But now I've got to pull that out, and obviously you're going to have all this glass, this grit, in the rails now. So now you've got to go blow it all out with the air gun, and then once it's modified and painted, before fitting, I'll just grease these runners up, and then that's going to be good as new. But it's not doing too bad for 32-year-old. So there you go, that's it in the cold light of day. It definitely looks better. Well, after more fucking around than you could ever imagine, this is where I got. We're getting to it going dark now, so I'm going to call it quits. But that's what we've managed to make out of that frame so far. Just going to sit the seat in it now. It's not bad, but it's took a lot of pissing about. Then all this will have to be took out again. It's tacked, not finished, just to check everything's right. So that'll be welded proper, and it'll be painted and everything, bolted back in again. It's slow, but this is how you get it done. Well, it's starting to go dark now, so it's time to admit defeat for the day. Got not bad progress. I've had the help, I've had a mate here helping, but it's done our nut in this. It's always the small things. Focus. Right, we got it in. This is first attempt, but we're going to take the frame out next time we're here, maybe tomorrow, and just, it's only tacked together, just make a few adjustments to that frame. I'm going to move everything over 20mm, because look, I'm getting fouling on this B pillar. It's not the end of the world. It's the seal more than anything, but it does need moving over ever so slightly. And it moves on the runners, it's good. And then it's a little high too, but we've spotted ways to gain about, well, to lose about 30mm all around there, which will drop it right into the zone we're after. I mean, it's not bad, sat in it, it's not bad. You could just bollock it up there and everything, but we may as well just finish it off proper. But you could sit in that now and move it around the yard at least. It's not been like that for a long time, about 6 months. Just with Fred Flintstone floor that you could look through. So, we've got a seat in it anyway, it's in it. Fuck it, let's get a beer.